Hello everyone, my name is Lanzo90 and welcome back to my tutorial series for Dwarf Fortress. Oops, I accidentally pressed bad key there. Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. Miner's digging out our tomb for us. Yeah, I get a tomb made because once your dwarves start dying, they need to be put to rest, otherwise they'll start haunting the fortress, so it's always good to get that built. It's not like a priority number one. You know, like after the well, it's a good idea to get that going. Jeez, we have lots of people not working. Let's see. Carpenter. Yeah, because we still don't have any tables and chairs built. I can probably put that off for too long. Let's make 10 tables. Let's get some more large-scale build tasks going here. Get some more floor. Let me see our... Oops. My keyboard, I think. It's not really like where I'm used to it being. Bone... you know what? Go ahead and make a few bone helms. Maybe people pick them up and put them on automatically. Hopefully.
Sir, I hate saying no to you, but no.
What was he complaining about? The bridge. Someone got in the way while he was building it, I'm sure. When that happens, press Q, and then you press S on it to unsuspend the construction. This character looks like a mechanic. Do one of the new characters have mechanic skill? No, at siege engineering. I guess it's that person. I don't really know though. That part of the bridge building process is done. Let's build some more floors. Big ol' honkin' floor. It is actually a good idea to get floors built on this layer, because once we eventually dig deep enough, we'll break into a cavern layer. And once you do that, everything from the cavern layer will start growing on any soil that's underground that isn't like covered up. So it's a good idea to get this done, otherwise you can end up with freaking mushroom trees growing in your bedroom and stuff. Got more doors to place. Put a door. I'm gonna work on the workshops first. Kind of waiting to do like our dining hall till last, because anything that's getting used a lot by doors, we want to have very high quality stuff in it. So the more training our mason gets at masonry, the more likely he is to make really good doors. Then we'll want to use those really good doors for the meeting hall. He's still suspended. Wait for the carpenter. Please get the bridges built. They're more important than the other stuff. Love to be able to issue orders to our miner again. Probably gonna need more gears, mechanisms. Because we're gonna want to link these bridges up to levers so that they can be raised. Trying to get our security built. Better to be proactive with the security than reactive. Alright. That's done. Please get back to work on the tables. Looks like we built 2, so let's go ahead and build 8. Doors are still waiting for placement, so let's designate. Let's remove up and down ramps. I'll remove these 12 ramps here. Now we're going to finish channeling everything out. I have a nice deep moat here. I don't know if I want to fill it with water or not. Sort of an interesting choice. Because since we are in a temperate climate, I think the water will freeze in wintertime. When that happens, the moat would be pretty much not useful. It would just be allowing the enemies to act as if the terrain is just straight up to the wall. So it may be better just to leave it as a dry moat. Potentially fill it with spikes. I want to fill it with something because we don't want like trees to start growing in it. And because it's outside and made of soil, trees will start growing in it if we don't cover it up. Hey, we have some puppies. Designate, reduce stairs and ramps. We don't want to accidentally remove that staircase though. Because of the way I highlighted things, I actually didn't select any. We're on the wrong layer. There we go. Go. That dug out. Then our moat will be good to go. It might need expanding depending on what we do to this upper layer here. That's what we'll be figuring out next. Would have thought that winter would have rolled in by now. Our FPS might be slow on this map right now. And that could be why it's taking a little bit longer to get there than I would expect. That's another reason to sort of build your base in the nook of the river like we talked about. Because then we'd be one layer deep to look at like the main part of our base. And that would improve our FPS by quite a bit. it's easier to look at like this. So let's see. I'm gonna leave the staircase in for now, in and out of here, because I'd like to get all that wood out of there before we do anything else. But our miner is finished, so what I would like to do now is we sort of have like an uneven terrain here. So like this is our deepest area south. I'd like to make the whole southern area go that low. What we'll do is we'll line it up to there, here. Let's channel all that out. Channeling should... is it? Yeah, it has terrain underneath it, so it should be fine. Just a little bit worried about collapses. Oof, the FPS. Designate remove ramps. Gives us a little bit more space in our courtyard area here. Alright. Oops. Build floor. Cover this little gap here. It's a little bit hard to. It's just right there. That way we have a nice perfect square of outdoors. For our miner. Start digging out this way again. Let's make a 5x5 square here. So that we can start digging downwards again. Get all the tables built. Oh, yeah. Now we're hitting winter because you can see all the leaves falling out of the trees. That's what all this is. Oops, Jesus. Yeah, all the leaves and nuts and things are falling out of the trees. But I thought it would happen a little bit sooner in autumn, rather than right at the tail end here. So there's plenty of mechanisms now too, so let's start building our levers. Oh, that's not lever. Let's see. Levers is under Shift T for traps, and L for lever. The question is, do I want it upstairs, because this is where everyone is right now, or do I want to move it downstairs, because I'm going to be moving everyone downstairs here soon? Let's go ahead and prepare for the future and just build these downstairs so we don't have to do it later. Put them right here. Eating hall. That way when we give someone an order to pull the lever, someone's going to be right next to it for sure. Okay, now we need to start thinking about how we're going to cap this area off. So what I want is I want the walls to be like one more layer high at least, if not 2 layers high. Yikes, this tree is in the way. Two more layers high, I should say. And then what we need to do is I want this area to be able to still grow plants inside. So there's a couple of options I'm thinking of. One is we can cover this completely over with grates. Grates can't be moved through, that they can be walked on top of. And they could, and they also let light through, so this could all still grow as grass. Problem is, things might be able to shoot in through the grates. I can't remember if you can shoot through grates or not. And the other reason is that it's not exactly secure to have the enemies being able to walk on top of your base. The other option is if we do make this taller, I can build like an overhang. Build like an overhang of walls around the side, and that would stop things from being able to climb the wall. So I think we need to do that. So to do that, let's build. We want to build it. Shift C, and we're going to build a upstairs. Here I'm going to build a up-down stair. X right on top of it. And one more layer up, we're going to build the down stair. And actually, won't even let me do it until we get the other staircases built first. Stockpile's getting really full. Maybe time to start moving things underground here. So, also is our bone crafter isn't doing anything. Build just like tin bone amulets. I think doors will just pick those up and start wearing them. They see them laying around. So go ahead and give them that option. It may cheer them up. And then let's start building our underground workshops. Let's build workshop. Build another craft stores workshop here. I might keep the carpenter upstairs so he's closer to the wood. Normally I would move it downstairs, but it makes sense to have the wood, all the wood stuff upstairs anyway. I already have the mason. Let's get a jeweler's workshop next to the mason. Mechanics workshop would also be good there. Build a still over here. Gonna build a kitchen. Let's see, I want to make sure they can walk through it. These darked out spaces, because we have this 3x3 space. There's these bright spaces and then there's the dark spaces. I think the dark spaces can't be moved through. So you have to kind of pay attention. If I put it here, doors have to pathfind sideways, which they can do. But, you know, there's a couple of constructions where it's like a 3x3, or it's a 1x3, and that'll block anyone from moving, so you have to kind of watch. I kind of want the kitchen to be in the middle because it's not as gross. Fishery is a little gross, and then the butcher shop is extra gross. There's the butcher. Can't build a forge because we don't have an anvil yet. We'll make like a loom. Clothe your shop across from each other. I will build a leather works here. We'll build a hammer shop across from that. I'll put a farmer's workshop here because they have to bring animals into this farmer's shop, so it should be closest to the stairwell. Build an ashery there. Ashery takes a lot of different stuff to build, but it's fine. So maker's workshop across from it. Fire shop there. Now screw press isn't an entire workshop, it's just a single thing. I'll just put it out in the hallway here. What else are we missing? The siege workshop is a lot bigger, so you need a different spot for it, and I'm not too worried about it anyway, it's not that important. Millstone, we don't have a millstone yet. Quern, use a quern. Yeah, that's all those workshops. You press, let's see. Also furnaces on E. We need a wood furnace so that we can make charcoal. Put like a kiln down here. Kiln lets you make clay. Glass furnace lets you make glass. Then we want a couple of smelters. And then in this last places, that's where we put our metalworking workshop. But we don't have an anvil. You need the need the anvil to even be able to place it. So, if our levers are built, let's press Q and scroll over the levers. Let's add a task. B to link it to a bridge. This one's more on the left, so I'm going to select this one. Select this other one. Got a task, link up to a bridge. This bridge. These are our last two mechanisms for it. Then we'll be able to raise these as drawbridges. Here is winter.
Has arrived.
Game is saving and everything once again. Man, I gotta upgrade my motherboard so I can upgrade my processor. Alright, there we go. It's loaded. Stuff should start freezing over now if we're on a temperate climate. If we picked warm, it might not freeze over very soon. I don't think it's immediate either. It used to be immediate, but I think they've changed how seasons work to be a little bit more gradual. How do we get all of our tables built? Oh, surprisingly. I would have thought he'd be done by now. Oh, it starts playing the Kerbal Space Program music too. After you get far enough along. Yeah, we can still use more doors. Let's see, do I need my miner for anything else up here? Not really. We should probably start giving our miner some more long-term orders. Let's designate downstairs. Stairs here, And right underneath it, we'll dig upstairs. About a 5x5 space around it. Yeah, it's time to start moving everyone underground. We're running out of room in the stockpile. All the beds are getting taken up. Starting to run out of drink. I think we're running out of barrels again. Placing these tables. How many is this? This is 5, 7, 9. Whatever. I didn't have to build the tables too wide like that, but it's fine. That staircase get built? Yeah. So build C. Downward stair. There. I'm going to start digging out some of these roots. So I can replace them with actual wall. Some of these aren't too important, like these here don't really matter, but it gives our doors more things to do anyway. Then down here we're going to start building our bedrooms, but we'll start that in the next episode. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet. I'm like a little... I don't know. I'm in one of those moods where I wish I could sleep, but I'm also not tired at the same time. Very strange mood. I think I'm kind of sick.
All the fish are gone.
All the fish are gone. Alright, so we got ourselves our big staircase, which is going to make it a little bit easier to build the walls. Alright, so how do we want to get this done? Building the taller walls are a little bit trickier than the base wall. So this layer is just going to be another layer of wall. And then this one's going to be the top. So on the top layer, this regular wall will become the rampart, and there will be matriculations on the side. Yes, I'm using fancy castle words now. But no one can actually reach here. There's a temporary weakness in our defenses, but we need like a down ramp as well, or is it okay? Build C. There is no down ramp, so assumedly they'd be able to go up and down this ramp. But we're out of time for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and have a good day.